All right. Hello again, adventures, and welcome to another exciting episode of Traversing the Veil. Yes, this is one of my homebrew D&D campaigns, set my weird messed up homebrew D&D campaign setting, and the people below me are all the people that decided to be here to play the game and deal with the nonsense that I came up with.
Yep.
So, yeah. Announcements. The one that is the most quickly to disappear, if you're watching this right now, live on the Twitch, there's still I think 12 hours or so to go on. There is a Humble Bundle that basically has all of the books published for Shadowrun 4th edition, which is one of the more fondly remembered editions of Shadowrun. And it's $25, so you could basically get an entire TTRPG edition for $25. Now, it is Shadowrun, so it is nonsense levels of complicated, and when you do things, it's almost better to just stick your hand into a giant pile of D6s, pull out a couple handfuls, and just throw them somewhere. You'll probably roll the same number of dice you were supposed to roll, and still somehow only be able to get 2 successes.
Someone did some number crunch, like after a certain amount, you're kind of like, it actually hurts you to roll more than you would normally. I used to play, but Shadowrun's my first system.
So
The only thing I thought Shadowrun was complicated and crunchy, then I played Exalted.
yeah,
Oh shit!
I thought 3rd edition was complicated, which it is. Don't get me wrong. And then I played GURPS, and never again will I consider a game complicated. So anyway, like I said, Shadowrun in and of itself is a pioneer in the TTRPG world. The first version of it created an entire new genre of TTRPGs that are still massively underrepresented. Like the idea of cyberpunk and futuristic TTRPGs are basically Shadowrun, Cyberpunk 2077, which is now Cyberpunk Red is the most current version of it. And that's about it. I mean, there are generic TTRPGs
Sometimes riffs
that
get
play
honorable
around.
mention.
Yeah, there's a few kind of generic TTRPGs that'll set out campaign settings that let you play something kind of similar. But it really is kind of an undervalued TTRPG genre. And it is a lot of fun. Like, Cyberpunk is an amazingly fun, another very complicated system. Though I haven't looked through my Cyberpunk Red book in a while. So I think the most current version of it, they've toned down a little bit of the complexity. But it's amazingly fun, and Shadowrun's world is incredibly detailed and unique.
So much lore.
And dragons are actually terrifying. Like, dragons in D&D are scary to a point. Dragons in Shadowrun, you don't fight dragons in Shadowrun, you survive dragons in Shadowrun. And you only survive dragons in Shadowrun if they decide you are allowed to survive. They are terrifying. And the thing that makes them more terrifying is they're not just big winged beasts. Most dragons run mega corporations with shit tons of money and political power. So they don't even need to incinerate you. They can just buddy up to a politician and get you arrested for the rest of your life. Or get your, boss completely blackballed from the industry or something. Like, they can politically murder you and socially murder you. They don't need to incinerate you. So, yeah. So anyway, if you see this before it goes away, it's hard to find a better deal than that. Like, I've seen other Humble Bundles and stuff like that that have given you less books for more money. Like, this is probably the best deal I've ever seen Humble Bundle do. So,
I will say above anything else, it's fans that have kept Shadowrun alive, especially
yeah.
because they've changed. It's changed. The system has changed. The IP has changed hands so many times across the board.
Yeah. Shadowrun could give White Wolf, or the World of Darkness, a few lessons on how to switch publishers. Because, yeah, White Wolf screwed up for a while, and then I think Renegade had it for a little bit, and like the World of Darkness books have gone through like 3 or 4 different publishers, mostly because White Wolf in the early to mid 2000s went insane and started preaching stuff that
Yeah,
nobody was okay with. And the fans of the World of Darkness are like, we really, really like this system, but we want nothing to do with you. So get rid of it. We don't care what in the hell you guys do, but give this to someone else. Because we want to continue playing it without having to support you assholes. So, anyway, so that's a thing right now. The Numenera. Maya. The Numenera. Wow, I love the fact that we both went 2 completely opposite directions with Numenuma. The Numenera backer kit, hugely successful. The Cypher System fans kept it in overtime for like a day, maybe like a day and a half, which is really, really cool. I think they topped out a little under $800,000 for it, which is amazing and wonderful. So unfortunately that is gone. But as they always do, I'm assuming they will eventually have like late pledges and stuff that you can do for it as well. There's currently a TTRPG that is in its last day, I think, called Legends of Akatosh or something similar to that, which is another kind of JRPG inspired TTRPG, kind of along the lines of like Fabula Ultima. So if that's your, cup of tea, there's that going on. Yeah, and then Sword World 2.5, the English translation, I believe the Kickstarter for that is supposed to be going live in April. So we're about a month-ish away from that being a thing, which would be amazingly cool. If you're not familiar with Sword World, the reason that TTRPGs are popular in Japan is because in the 80s, there was a magazine that was trying to get people interested in Dungeons and Dragons. So they got a bunch of science fiction authors, gave them a copy of, I think it was the Red Box or something. They gave them a copy of basic D&D, had them play the game, and then write down what happened in their campaign. And then they published them monthly in this magazine. They called them replays. Well, that turned into a light novel series that I think eventually became a manga series, and then eventually became an anime series called The Record of Lotus War.
Yep.
And it is basically the thing that made fantasy storytelling popular in Japan, and it's the reason why like Japanese elves have like super, super long ears. And it's because the character Deedlit in Record of Lotus War had super, super long ears. So anyway, they ran an entire season, I guess you could call it, in original D&D, and they started feeling limited by it. And so they created their own RPG system, which would eventually be called Sword World. And it is still one of the more popular TTRPGs. It's one of the most popular TTRPGs in Japan. And the most current version of it is called Sword World 2.5. I think it came out in the latter half of the 2010s. It might have been, I think, like 2019 or something like that is when 2.5. The thing about Sword World, it has never had an official English translation. There are English translations that exist, but they're all fan-made, and they're all effectively bootleg. So in April, I believe it's going to be, we're finally going to get a chance to get an English translation of Sword World 2.5. I'm exceptionally
Nice.
excited about it because it's a really, really interesting system. And again, the history of the system, it defined tabletop RPGs in Japan and fantasy storytelling in Japan
Mm-hmm.
for like 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So cool stuff going on there. Anything else big going on? I think tomorrow night we get the first episode for Critical Role's Schemers table. If you haven't been
Mm-hmm.
following Critical Role's Campaign 4, they basically split all the groups into, or the massive number of
Players.
players that they have into three different groups. You have the Soldiers, which is a more combat focused group. You have the Seekers, which is a more lore focused group. Then you have the Schemers, which is the assholes that are all about politics, and not politics as in like red versus blue. I'm talking about politics as in like, oh, if I do you this favor, then you will help me to get rid of this person that is preventing me from getting this thing done, this thing here, and it's all back alley deals and all that nonsense that I
which is
really,
fun.
really enjoy.
But I'm looking forward to that because you have some of the most manipulative people in some regards because they're dealing with manipulators. So therefore, that I'm really intrigued to what Luis Carrazzo is going to end up doing because he's the law dog guy who's trying to do right by all the people,
Mm.
both the citizenry as well as the guys that are getting screwed over and being phased out by private corporate security.
To be perfectly honest, I'm more interested to see exactly what Liam does because his character,
Oh yeah.
Mm.
I was not
He's a
expecting to
bard.
be a schemer because he really did have this kind of wholesome character at first. And then shit happened and you start realizing, weird stuff's gonna happen. So yeah, if you're keeping up with Critical Role, or if you're not, these table breaks are a nice spot to kind of jump in because they're technically all happening simultaneously in World. And so if you haven't been watching the last 8 episodes, like I haven't, there's not going to be that many references in this because it's technically all happening at the same time. So it's a slightly easier place for you to kind of jump in and learn and be able to kind of follow along. Again, my only problem with them is they still play for 4 hours, which I
Mm.
get. That's how long D&D sessions are. Take a page from Chris Perkins. He ran a beautiful game. Ran him for 2 hours for like 4 years. It was
They're not going to
great.
do it. They're not going to do it.
I know, but I just keep
No.
hoping that Perkins is there now. Listen to Perkins. Listen to the Perkins.
Perkins doing Daggerheart.
I can't wait for him to come out with whatever bullshit he's coming out for Daggerheart. I am so pumped about that. Speaking of Daggerheart, we're getting closer and closer to the launch of Hope and Fear, their first expansion, supposedly coming out this summer. I don't think we have an official date yet, but that's going to be a thing. Speaking of things that we don't have an official date yet for, have you picked up your copy of The Hearth Witch's Guide to Magic and Murder, Book 1 of the Hemlock Saga, written by USA Today bestselling author Kiri Galligan? Well,
Yes.
there is a sequel coming out called The Hearth Witch's Guide. Help me out here.
To Spite and Spellwork.
Spite and Spellwork, which we don't have an official release date, but we have a release period, which is going to be in fall of 2026. So around
Hopefully.
the same time it launched last year. Yeah, you can already pre-order them. We know you can pre-order them at Barnes & Noble because Imp has done it. And in
As
addition,
well as Critical Role, The Mighty Nine, Stories Untold.
yes, that is a collection of short stories written by various authors, one of which is Kiri Callaghan, and that's coming out this summer. Do we have an actual? I think we have an actual date for that one.
Here's the problem, which I've learned from other publishing as well, because full disclosure, Kiri's been announced and like, wait, what? Because Barnes and Noble and Penguin and whoever else, wonderful people. Thank you for my friend. Y'all are gonna just do whatever the hell you want. because they're just going to release. Oh, we're going to do this a week early. We're just going to do this early. With Penguin Publishing, I don't know because literally, if you search across the board, several different months.
You know, well, here's the thing. So a long time ago, I my last job in retail, I worked for a video rental store that now is gone, mostly because they were run by idiots and corrupt idiots that kept doing things like violating labor laws. Had they not done that, they could still exist to this day because they were just printing money. But one of the things we had to learn about is this idea called the street date. Street date is the day that you are allowed to start selling a movie or a video game or a book. And in order for stores to be able to sell them on the street date, they have to get them early. The same thing is true about rental chains. You can get deals from distributors where you can get the videos early, sometimes up to a week early, so you can have everything processed and ready so that the day the street date comes out, you can instantly start renting them or selling them or things like that. What this means is technically they have the books before they're released. And if you break street date, a number of different things can happen. You can be sued. Probably the thing that hurts the most is whatever distributor you went through for that book will stop selling you anything. They will never work with you again. And for anyone that sells this stuff, it means that they basically have to go to Walmart and pay full price for them and then try to sell these things at some sort of a markup in order to be able to sell things like that. So you never, ever break street date. It will bankrupt a company. Unless you're a massive corporation like Walmart or Barnes & Noble
Well,
or Amazon.
but there's also been a thing like, again, not calling anyone out because, well, my friend to keep writing the books. There's even times where it's like, oh, we're making the announcement now. And so their own publishing has like, they have different dates as well.
That's the idea of the left hand not talking to the right. A lot of these companies are so massive that the people making decisions don't realize that their decisions affect people way over here. But anyway, support Kiri. She's super awesome, and she's working really hard.
I
Speaking-
just checked. Stories Untold will be releasing in June. August 11th.
Yeah, one of them's June, one of them's August, one of them's
We'll find out eventually. And there's another
Yeah.
thing that will massively mess you up when you're trying to figure out street dates is some companies have exclusivity rights where their street date is a week or two before everybody else's. Walmart did that a couple times where we got movies in and we weren't allowed to rent them until like the next week, and we saw them on sale in Walmart. And we're like, either Walmart is breaking street date, which there's we had a number that we could call to report someone breaking street date. Because again, it's a really, really big deal. And we found out that, Walmart isn't breaking street date. They just got special permission to release it early. And so we still weren't allowed to rent anything out because we didn't have that permission. So it's very possible that whatever bookseller, they might have a special deal where they're like, you know what, we'll let you release it a day early, a week early, whatever like that. Because those things do happen. And they make shit tons of money off of it. So, and especially with a book with the words Critical Role on them, I have a really hard time thinking that this book is not going to sell well. So, yeah.
And speaking of other people that really need support, best of luck to Althea, the Dragon Empire by High Rollers, who has 14 hours to go. And I can't stress this enough. Their goal was $33,397. 14 hours to go. As of right now, $875,559.
So it's a bust. You know, sucks to be them. Um, uh, there are. I'm finding out more and more and more that there are a lot of really awesome people in the TTRPG space that just because how it's made up, um, never get the shot that they really should. I also found out something else rather interesting. Hasbro's, I think Q4 2025 numbers have come out. You guys want to hear something really fascinating?
Mm-hmm.
Guess. I will let everybody guess. What percentage of
It's Hasbro. I
Hasbro's
don't want it.
total revenue comes directly from Wizards of the Coast? Just random guess percentage.
I'm guessing it's related to Magic the Gathering.
We'll get to that.
That's my guess. So that's not.
So what do you guys think? I'll give you a number. Hasbro's total revenue, I think for 2025, was 4.7 billion. So of that, what percentage of that you think came from Wizards of the Coast?
53.
Sure, half of it.
6, 7.
You guys are actually really, really close. 50% of their total revenue came exclusively from Wizards of the Coast. You want to know how much of their overall profit came directly from Wizards of the Coast?
Nothing.
90%.
Oh, damn.
90% of Hasbro's total profit. This is for the entire multi-billion-dollar Fortune 500 company that owns Power Rangers, G.I. Joe, Transformers, a bunch of different things. They've been licensing out things like crazy. 90% of their revenue came directly from Wizards of the Coast. And I believe the lion's share of that, what was it? Revenue-wise, Magic the Gathering made $1.7 billion in revenue. And Dungeons and Dragons made, I think, 800 something.
Damn.
800 something million, or maybe it's somewhere between 5 and 800 million. So Dungeons and Dragons is not making as much money as Magic the Gathering. Who'da thunk? But between Magic and profit wise, again, like Magic is printing money right now, and apparently Dungeons and Dragons is still making serious bank. So as much as everybody has talked about, oh, Dungeons and Dragons is over, they're not making, no, they're making shit tons of money. They're the only thing that is keeping Hasbro alive. And again, Hasbro owns a shit ton of properties. And it used to be the lion's share of their revenue came from merchandising. They were a toy manufacturer, and they made tons of money off of it. And now, most of their money, or half of their money, and the vast majority of their profits are coming from trading card games and Dungeons and Dragons. And I find that absolutely fascinating. So, anyone that thinks that Dungeons and Dragons is doing poorly is very, very wrong. They're making money hand over fist. And not just like revenue, they're making profit. So, yeah. We were talking about it in another buddy of mine's stream, and I just found it very fascinating. So, anyway, anything else big going on?
We'll say love and shout out support because very big fan of hers. Most of us as well here. As of today, I'm sorry, March 18th, the latest episode of Good Time Society, Blood on the Clock Tower, will have Amy Dallin in it.
Amy!
As one of the players.
Hooray!
We like an Amy Dallin.
Love Amy. She's amazing. Also, I think Felicia Day just published a book recently. She's going on a book tour right now. Apparently with George R.R. Martin, because that's a thing that somebody thought was going to happen.
What?
Yeah, Felicia Day and George R.R. Martin. The Guild and A Song of Ice and Fire.
Yeah, I mean, every so often she'll write a book, and
Yeah, this I can't remember what the book's called, but yeah, so that's happening. And
Felicia Day released her debut graphic novel, The Lost Daughter of Sparta.
that's what it is. It's got myth stuff in
But,
it. And she also announced
Simon and Schuster.
they're going to be making a Guild reunion movie. They're going to be kickstarting it sometime. But apparently they, I think Felicia talked about having a table read already. So I think they already have like that stuff. They just need the money to make it. But apparently the whole cast is signed on. If you're not familiar with the Guild, the Guild restarted, like the Guild made geeks and nerds profitable. And made Hollywood acknowledge that we don't all live in basements, despite the fact that I'm saying that while I literally live in a basement. But it's not my mother's basement, I'll have you know. My mother lives in Florida. I live in my brother's basement, thank you very much. And when it's not leaking, it's a very nice basement. Also, it has a new sump pump that I bought for it. And those aren't cheap. All right, so, so lots of cool stuff going on. Oh, I guess the last thing I should mention, Heliana's, what's it called again? Heliana's something. Give me a second, I have a receipt for it here. Before I say the wrong thing, doo-dah. Of course it doesn't. Tell me the title. Heliana's Something Guide to Monster Hunting, Part 2, has launched on D&D Beyond. It's a supplement book by this group called Loot Tavern. I purchased the first version of the book, and it's basically Monster Hunter meets Dungeons and Dragons. It's an amazing book. It gives you an entire process for how to have your players do like actual monster hunting, where it actually creates an entire kind of adventure around not just going out and killing a monster, but having to track it, having to learn about things about it, and having this whole adventure behind it. And part 2 does more of that, but also adds in things like harvesting parts from monsters, cooking monsters and turning them into things. It adds a bunch of new playable races, including the ability to be an axolotl. If you're not familiar with that, they're adorable little amphibian things with little frilly ears.
That is the title of, by the way, Heliana's Guide to Monster Hunting.
There we go. And they also introduced a bunch of new subclasses, including one for that I think was custom made for Chax, who unfortunately couldn't join us tonight, called the Bard College of Food or something like that. I can't remember what it was. But it's a bard that can cook snacks for people that give them magic powers, and then can use their bardic inspiration to teleport the snacks in front of someone, so they can use their reaction to just go, oh.
Nom.
So yes, I love it. I think it's amazing. There's a bunch of other subclasses in there too that are cool. Like there's a skin, I think it's called Skin Shaper or Skin Shifter sorcerer, which is kind of like a wild magic sorcerer, but instead of a random spell effect going off, you randomly mutate when you cast spells. And some of the mutations are kind of useful, like you'll grow a tentacle arm and can use it to fight. And some of the other things are not so useful, like your bones will turn to glass and you'll now be vulnerable to bludgeoning damage. So it's a really interesting class just built around the idea of
High risk, high reward.
kind of, I guess. So yeah. Anyway, it's $30, and if you own the first one, you get $5 off. And it is by the first book was by far one of my favorite third-party purchases I've made for Dungeons and Dragons, and it reinvigorated my love for Dungeons and Dragons. The second one, I haven't made my way through the whole book because I just purchased it a couple hours ago, but it's so nice. And everything thus far has been really cool. Also, one of the monsters you can call, you can hunt is a monster called Mecha Koboldzilla. And I mean, how can you not want to fight something called Mecha I just hope somewhere, I haven't read that adventure yet, but I hope somewhere in there, the regular Koboldzilla has to fight with Mecha Koboldzilla, and you guys just get to watch it take out Baldur's Gate or something. So yeah. Anyway, cool stuff going on there. Well, I think that means it is time for us to return to traversing the Veil. The party is on their way to make a deal with the devil. Having had one of their party members, Reggie, erased from existence as his mother had her soul stolen by a creature known as a breath drinker, the party decided to chase after this creature in the hopes that they could get her soul back and return it to her body, and therefore bringing Reggie back. In order to find this creature, they hired a guide, a water genasi druid named Thakian, who had seen creatures similar to this in an ancient Leviathan city. Taking them there, they explored the city until they met a strange young girl that took them to her hiding place. This girl, however, soon proved to be much more than she seemed, as she had the ability to read their thoughts and enter their dreams. The little girl, who took the moniker Princess, decided to make a deal. She would give them the breath drinker if they would simply bring their friend Esmiel to her, whom she had discovered has some relation to the muses of old. The party returned to the bubble where they first entered the elemental plane of water and built up a plan with Esmiel involving Thakian using travel through plants to get them a quick escape as soon as they got what it was that they desired. Now, the party is on its way back to the Leviathan city, learning from Harlow that this creature is more likely than not an aboleth, an evil, strange alien creature from a realm known as the Abyss. And now, we discover what happens next. So, since it's been a little bit of time since we played last, because I got the sickness, surprisingly enough, it didn't matter how many times I got down with the sickness, didn't help.
Yeah.
I opened up my hate and it flowed from me, just not in a very pleasant way.
Yep.
If anyone has no idea what that's referencing, you missed the 90s. I think it was a 90s song, right? I remember hearing it at school dances. Anyway, so, as a reminder, the last time we played, you guys basically had a conversation with Esmiel and kind of, if I remember correctly, came up with this plan where you're going to kind of pseudo turn her over to the Aboleth. But Thakian has a quick growing tree or something like that. Am I remembering that correctly?
You mentioned something like that, like a seed or
Yeah.
something.
So basically, he can get this seed to grow large enough to travel through plants, and there's already a few plants in this place here. So when you guys get what you want, you're all going to escape through travel through plants.
Well, it's a possible option because again, it may also depend about if the submarine crew can get back to their sub or not, or if they'll be coming with us.
Mm-hmm. So,
And the idea is that Esmiel will do her best to because she's no slouch in discocting, discussing, negotiating, and so forth, and maybe possibly we can pull a distraction to get to uh uh their fallen comrade. Reggie's mom has got it going on.
Reggie's mom. He's got. Sorry.
And hopefully they can at the very least, get her back to the sub and or wherever we need to be. And I'm presuming one way or the other they'll have the scroll to revivify, resurrect on them because.
Yeah. As of right now, the plan is Harlow is going to go with you guys.
Yeah.
And he has the scroll on him.
Yeah.
Right.
So as soon as you guys have the soul and the body,
because I know they should have the body.
Yeah, the body was purposefully left in the bubble because it gives the best chance of being, because you guys are pushing up to the point where the scroll is no longer going to work. So yeah, you guys intentionally left the body in the bubble so that you can travel the plants there, and then he can instantly cast it once he has the soul available.
Okay.
So Holler will be coming with you. The rest of the group is going to stay on the sub to get it the hell out of there if things go poorly. Or if things go really poorly, come get your asses.
All right.
So, that being said, anything else that anyone remembers that might be important?
No. Nothing that requires Arai being here.
We do know that, like, just also subtext, while we've been gone, that Esmiel has been basically familiarizing herself more and more with us, with her powers, what's going on, as well as interaction with the device, but also along with what's been going on in other regards. We also, because I think Sally's nice, lovely little check. Esmiel's been has a nifty new device that's basically a planar level star chart.
Ooh.
Which is cool. So you guys have, if I remember correctly, you have like the better part of a day to get back there.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any prep work that you want to do before you arrive?
That's
Yeah, maybe hustle up and maybe huddle up, and I know I've been reviewing just as also just to put things on the table regards to inventory that Smegway's willing to share with everyone, including the sub team. He does have a potion of invisibility. Remember, we got that from that puzzle box we were able to crack open.
Oh yeah.
And we were able to identify. I do have the Anana Moonbeam wand. We were hoping to hold on to that for Crexney, but Crexney's been lost in time as well. So
Yep.
it does have a one-time use to use Moonbeam on that. Got some potions of greater healing. Beyond that, I got some normal knickknacks and bric-a-brac and whatnot. Off the top of my head, that's what I got on hand right now. And as always, I have a bag full of caltrops. Got nine, I have 9 bags of those still.
Oh God.
All right. So, yeah, the crew of the sub is basically saying, we're good. We've got our own stuff. Um,
All right.
as far as the rest of you guys, what are you thinking?
Well, because we might also have to be, we might have to roll we might have to like some trick or something or other. We might have to help with the distraction or help with the because I didn't know what the general plan was in regards to how many people were staying back. We also might have to be we might have to be the ones to take down the breath drinker if
Yeah,
Esmail's running the
very,
distraction.
very likely.
Um, Owie should still have the 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 Pokeball,
Uh,
the
sure.
Banzabolero.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember who that went to.
It's always been you.
Oh, okay. I just haven't put it down in my inventory.
Let me see
But I
if.
don't
I should
know if
do.
that remind me, Joe. Does that thing go incorporeal, or is that thing or did that thing just take off and just was able to doesn't give a shit about air or water? It just goes.
You talking about the breath drinker?
Yeah, the breath drinker.
Um.
I couldn't remember if it ever went incorporeal.
Uh. To be honest, the oh you guys did experience because it went through you guys when you were in the sub, so you guys have seen it
Oh,
go
that's right.
incorporeal.
I
So
was getting that weird vibe feeling. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, because
it's
Spitwit was like, "What the fuck?"
incorporeal, and it's also invisible a lot of the time. So
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
kind of a bitch to deal with.
Okay, so the bands might not be that useful.
Yeah.
I was doing. Let's go here, and I can just add that to your character sheet. Owie.
Okay. Sure. Thanks.
Let's go inventory, manage of the inventory.
Mm.
All right, so the Iron Bands of Belaro should be in your inventory.
Okay.
Owie.
Okay.
All right, so that being said, any other prep work you guys want to do before you get there?
And
All right, so thinking just for your information to kind of solidify, um, the magic seed you've been given. Um, it requires an action to attempt to plant it, and a spell casting roll to see how long it will take for it to grow enough for you to be able to transport through it. So if you roll poorly, you guys may have to hold your own for a few rounds before you can use your travel through plants spell. So, make sense?
Is there anything we can do to help that along, or is that just like let go, let the gods figure it out?
Not unless you have a good understanding of nature magic.
No, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express once.
Well, I mean, you know, if you stayed at a Holiday Inn Express and you know how to save up to 50% on your car insurance by switching to Geico, then you could help. But only one of the others is not enough.
Okay.
God, I love old 90s and 2000s commercials. that were highly effective, by the way. I think
Yeah, and they're still airing.
the Geico. Anyone doesn't know, I have a degree in marketing. Um, uh,
Mm.
we talked about the Geico commercials in my marketing class. Like they were so effective that we had a section on that. We also had an entire section of a chapter on the Quiznos, like little freaky
Yeah.
fuzzy monster thingies.
They were
Yeah.
hamsters? Question mark.
They had a name. I can't remember what it was, but they were unbelievably successful. Like they were. I can't even remember what the technique they used was called. Something like impact marketing or shock marketing or something like that. But they were so unsettling, and they were. If you don't know what they were these little fuzz balls with weird, messed up faces on them that were kind of drawn on, and they talk like this. And they will sing about the crystal subs and how good for you they are.
Apparently, they're called sponge monkeys or spong monkeys. They're missing the E.
Yeah,
Spong monkeys?
Spog monkeys. It's unbelievably unsettling, and it sold so many toasted subs. So many. And now Quiznos doesn't exist because...
Yeah.
Again, not because they didn't have a good product. They had the best toasted subs on the market. What happened was the dude that owned Quiznos franchised it, which is perfectly fine, but then he forced all of his franchisees to exclusively buy all of their supplies from other companies that he owned, and price gouged all of these franchisees to the point where they couldn't make any money because they were spending so much on like napkins and paper plates and all these other things, and it drove all the profits into the ground.
Yikes.
Because one dude got a little bit of a horizontal monopoly and screwed over all the franchisees. But they made really good subs. I loved Quiznos subs. And the Spung monkeys. I think I'm going to go with Sponge, because Spung is a little bit too close to other words.
Every spelling, it leaves the extra E out with sponge. So it just says S-P-O-N-G and then
I think
monkey.
it's supposed to be Spong. Because again, the whole point of them was to just be unsettling. Because another fun fact about marketing, 90% of your marketing budget will go toward what's referred to as product recognition, which is just people knowing you exist. 90% of your budget just goes to getting the people to remember you. And those eerie, messed up creatures were highly rememberable. So anyway, so yeah. Anyway, yeah. Anything else you guys want to do before you get there?
Nope.
I don't think there's anything else being...
So, you guys arrive at the Leviathan City. Deep, deep in the waters in the Aqueous realm. Deeper than any other city any of you are familiar with. As you start traversing through the city, this time you know your way there. But as soon as you get close to the city, you feel that change. There's that kind of barrier where the water gets colder, noticeably colder, and everything feels a little bit different. As you guys make your way through this city itself, you find you're not having any trouble at all remembering which direction you need to go. Despite the fact that you've only been here once. It feels very familiar, almost as if you've been here 100 times before. You recognize street corners and buildings and things like that that you've only ever seen once in your life. And eventually, you all make it to the room that Princess calls her home. as you could come in, there's nothing in here. Esmiel kind of looks around. Well, certainly different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is there a bell we're supposed to ring? Something like that?
Certainly unique. Don't touch the toys.
Yes, that was my first impulse into walking into a strange lair of a creature of unimaginable existence, is to take her toys. Thank you.
I didn't say take. I just said touch.
Yeah, your boyfriend, on the other hand,
And Arai just kind of grins knowingly.
And we would have given Esmiel the heads up about what Princess is beyond what we've already said, but like our own interaction and like how Princess operates, and filled her in as well, just like we did Harlow with like.
So Harlow's sitting there going, well, I'd like this to be done as quick as possible. Do you have some way of contacting your friends? Because right now I'm seeing an whole lot of bupkis.
yeah.
Well, I felt an uneasy, eerie way to navigate all the way here with no trouble. I have to imagine Princess and her.
Is leading the way to us on purpose.
I have to imagine her magnanimous ability over this city. Surely she wants to make a glorious introduction.
You used a lot of big words.
Yeah, there she is.
And suddenly, in a corner that was empty moments before, you see Princess coming out. She looks slightly different than before. She's now wearing what can only be described as a party dress. Big, floofy, lots of little sparkles on it. You came back, and you brought me a friend. And she looks over at Esmiel, and you watch. Again, you guys don't have the experience and relationship with Esmiel that Arai does, but you've still spent a decent amount of time with her. And as soon as Princess looks over at her, you watch as the kind of calm, cool facade that she keeps up constantly instantly drops for a moment. And you watch her just get this look of fear and disgust that lasts less than a second. Yes?
I'm wondering, because I think we've seen some of the interaction from Esmiel when it's Esmiel and also not Esmiel reacting to a visceral reaction of Princess.
Mm-hmm.
How much of that is Esmiel? Can I insight to see if that's Esmiel or if that's her writer?
Go ahead and make me an insight check. I'm going to have you do it with disadvantage because of just
Fair enough.
everything that's going on right now.
Yeah.
And you know what, D&D Beyond? I'm going to give you a chance.
That was your first mistake.
Yeah.
Well, I got an 11.
Okay. Well, looking
Wait,
at
how did we...
over, there's so many things going on right now.
Oh, I
and
rolled.
you have the, you've got the plan in your head and the idea that you can't think about the plan. So kind of that thing of don't think about a pink elephant rushing around in your head and all these other things happening simultaneously. And you're just not able to concentrate well enough to be able to differentiate between who is feeling what. But you are able to at least catch the look. I got, for my birthday, I got Power Rangers dice.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to get my Power Rangers dice out. Not that I'm really going to use anything other than the D20, but who knows? Maybe you guys will get into a fight and I can use more of them. All right, so So yeah, you've got no idea, but you did definitely notice her kind of have this expression that instantly go, well, normally in situations like this, I prefer someone else introduce me, but with such an esteemed host, I might as well introduce myself. And you see she kind of like does a tiny little curtsy. My name is Esmiel. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking? And you guys watch as Princess just gets this look. It's not so much lust as it is desire. She badly wants something from Esmiel.
Yeah.
And again, it disappears very, very quickly. I'm Princess, and I'm very happy to meet you. We're gonna be the best of friends. Oh, my darling. I don't doubt that for a second. However, I must admit, somewhat upsetting, that my good friends asked for such a small pittance from you, and yet you required them to bring me first. It just wounds my heart that something like that could come between such potential friends. Well, if I didn't do that, then I might not have ever met you. And I definitely wanted to meet you. And there's more here than just the breath drinker. I can teach you things. I can help you become who you really are. Don't you want to know who you really are? Oh, darling, I never get too personal on the first date. And you watch as Princess kind of gets confused by for a moment. Well, and she turns to the rest of you. You brought me your friend. So, I think I have a deal to uphold, don't I?
It would be appreciated.
Well, never say that Princess isn't a girl of her word. And she glances at the ceiling, and you watch as the ceiling becomes darker and darker. And suddenly you see this kind of tenderly smoky shadow of an arm reach through, and then another one reach through, and this creature of darkness pulls itself from through the ceiling down further and further and stops right in front of all of you. Now, the room that you're in is roughly about like 50 by 50. So it's a decent sized room. And then the ceiling's about 30 feet high. So it's a decent sized kind of spherical room, or semi-spherical room. Bottom's flat, top is curvy. And so the creature itself is probably about 60-ish feet away from, let me try that again. It's about 30-ish feet away from you guys at kind of the other end of the room. But even just being that close, you guys can feel like your breath starts coming out a little bit shorter. The air around you kind of cools to the point where when you inhale, you can kind of feel the cold in your nostrils into your chest. As you inhale, as you exhale, you notice that you can kind of see your breath, which in the liquid environment is even stranger. Well, I held up my end of the bargain. You all can leave now. And she kind of smiles and stares at you.
Well, we can't really leave until we get the soul.
I didn't say I'd give you the soul. I said I'd give you the breath drinker. You do with it what you want.
Well, yeah.
Okay, well, we have to fight this thing. Because he's looking at this thing, because it's like, this thing's not bound up or anything. This thing's just like hovering in front of us, I'm guessing.
Make me let you choose between insight and perception and investigation. Whichever one of those you like best.
Can I make this too?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll go with investigation on this.
Oh, yay, that's not good. That is a
17.
All right.
Thank you. It's not great.
Thakian, if you would like to, you are welcome to make the roll as well.
I'll go ahead and do it.
Okay. Just have to tell me what you're rolling.
Yeah,
So-
that's a
Okay.
That's a 9 on insight.
Okay. So you're still trying to kind of come to terms with everything that's going on. What did you roll again, Imp?
Investigation.
Investigation 17, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing insight.
All right.
That's a 3 plus 4. Sorry.
So both you two are still kind of dealing with things. Thakian, you specifically, you know how dangerous this place is. So your head is kind of on a swivel right now. Like, you're waiting for the other shoe to fall. Like, you're looking for something to ambush you, something to come through a window or something. So you're a little bit too focused on keeping everything, keeping your awareness as open as possible to be able to really examine this creature. Owie, you're still just not feeling great about the situation in general.
Yeah.
You're worried about Esmiel. You're worried about what happens to Arai if something happens to Esmiel. And so all of that is making it very difficult for you to concentrate. Smegwick, on the other hand, as you're looking over this creature, you're trying to figure out, you've dealt with this creature before. It's never stood still for this long. And that seems strange to you. And so as you're examining it closer and closer, trying to see, is there a barrier around it? Is there something about it that would keep it restrained? The fact that it's kind of a creature of shadows makes it difficult to kind of tell if it's bound by anything. As far as you can tell, nothing seems to be preventing it from moving, but there's something about it that feels familiar, and it's taking you a little bit of time to figure out what it is about this that seems familiar. And eventually you realize the reason it's taking you this long is because this is a situation that is so incredibly rare for you to deal with, simply because of how independent Spitwick is. But in a situation where you and Spitwick are preparing to kind of fight together, and Spitwick is basically waiting for you to give him a signal to do what he's going to do, he has very similar mannerisms to what's happening with this breath drinker. So you get the idea that this breath drinker isn't just a creature that lives here. It is somehow bound to or controlled, not like directly puppeted, but in a similar way to like a ranger might have control over a beast companion.
Like a familiar.
Familiar or pet or something like that. That's kind of what you're getting. And the reason that the creature's not attacking right now is it hasn't yet been given the command to attack. And I put a high emphasis on the word yet. So what would you all like to do?
Good question.
Yes? Sorry, did you have a question or?
No.
Oh no, you said good question.
okay.
Sorry.
let you too. Like, hey Arlo, can you just take what you need out of this thing, or do we need to pop it open first?
I mean, breath drinkers. Breath drinkers like drink the soul, Lord. We've got to get it out of it, and I've never heard of a breath drinker like throwing up a soul.
And give it like some hydrogen peroxide and make it throw up. Guess
I
not.
mean, if
Okay.
you want to try that, you're more than welcome. I will stay over here.
I'm pretty sure prestidigitation will cover that. Okay. So we gotta crack it open.
Your guess is as good as mine. Ask your princess friend.
Princess, if we open the packaging, are you going to allow us to extract the soul?
You're going to kill my pet?
Can you command it to give us the soul? You seem to have such powerful control over it.
I've never thought about it before. That's a very good question. And you see her kind of like pacing around and kind of making a big show of what she's doing. How would I do that? Well, to be perfectly honest, I have to see where it keeps them. Because as you can see, it's just a big, shadowy, fuzzy mess. The easiest way to do that, and she kind of just looks at you, is just have it take one of your souls.
Oh
Then we'll
no.
know exactly where it keeps it, and you guys can get it. Super easy, simple. So, Smegwick, which one of you is it going to take?
Not going to sacrifice any more people today, Princess.
Absolutely not.
It's not a sacrifice. You'll get them back. What about... And you see her kind of look around a little bit and her eyes lock on Spitwick. What about that one? I bet that would be a very yummy soul. You could always summon another one.
That will not happen,
And you
Princess.
see her expression start to change into this expression of kind of mirth. So, is that your very special friend?
Smeg was not saying anything now. He's just staring at her now.
I think I have a good solution. See, you all came into my home and you killed my things and you slept in my beds. And all you've done is bring me a new friend. But that was just so you could get this. You never paid me for everything else you stole from me.
You offered us hospitality, and you never asked for a price. You actually waived that because you were being such a gracious host.
I never waived anything. You should know. And she looks at you. There's nothing that doesn't have a price. You've had to pay a price before, haven't you? With your dragon friend. She's not even here. Couldn't save you if she wanted to.
Interesting thing. I actually want. Sorry, I just want to pause on that. In every other instance, that door's been shut when other people have tried to gain access to that specific thing. Has she? So in that instance, has she? I don't think like you screwed up. By the way, I just want to be very, very clear. Do I get the instance that somehow she was able to punch through that?
As far as you can tell, you don't feel like any mental barriers of yours have been broken. Like, you don't feel like she's gone somewhere in your brain that she shouldn't be able to, if that makes sense. And your understanding of exactly how that works is relatively limited.
Yeah.
So,
But I did get memories back of my interaction of how Goggles was not able to access
yep,
and make
there.
him obey, and
You know there is some sort of protection on you that you don't understand.
yeah.
And as far as you can tell, it doesn't seem that this creature has breached that, or if she has, it's in a way that you can't explain. And that's all you really know. But as far as you can tell, that protection still exists. So she shouldn't know about...
That.
I'm drawing a blank on her name, but she shouldn't know about your pack master.
Tesman-Ural.
Tesman-Ural, thank you. She shouldn't know about Tesman-Ural. And she hasn't said the name, but she did make pretty clearly. And I'm going to have you roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
And this is just going to be seeing if you can suppress a reaction to her saying that. Does that make sense?
So it's Constitution?
If you have a different...
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I thought you said something, so...
I'm saying it's a Constitution roll to kind of not react to that. If you have a different ability score that you think makes more sense, you can negotiate.
Well, I was thinking because of the tie I have with Tesman-Ural, my patron, would that be Charisma save?
I could see it being a Charisma save. I'll let you do a Charisma save.
Okay. I'll just do regular. I still have that. I'll keep that inspiration in my back pocket. Actually, I should check my inventory just real quick if I have anything else. No. Okay. Boop. 21.
21. Okay. So hearing this, your blood kind of instantly goes cold because you know she shouldn't have that knowledge. But externally, you're still as cool as a cucumber. You've never broken eye contact. Nothing in your facial expression has changed. Go ahead and roll me an insight check real quick.
Okay. Okay, D&D Beyond, we're on good terms right now. Nat 20.
Hey!
So you do notice when she says that and you don't react, again, for a millisecond, you see her, I don't want to say upset, but it annoys her that she wasn't able to provoke you with that. But again, instant, like millisecond of a flash of that, and then she's instantly back in control.
Yeah.
You enjoy that relationship with your dragon friend, don't you? You wouldn't want someone to break it, would you? And as she's saying this, you start feeling a chill running down your spine. You start feeling a tingling in your fingertips. Like if some exceptionally powerful being were to completely cut you off from your friend. Well, that would make you very sad, wouldn't it? You wouldn't want that to happen, would you? Because then there'd be nothing you could do to help your friends. And the more she speaks, you start feeling your stomach going sour. You taste that kind of bitter taste in the back of your mouth. Go ahead and make me a con save.
Okay. You know what? This I will use my hero conversion on.
And I will say, do you have anything that affects poison or disease rolls?
No.
Okay. Then it doesn't matter.
$16.
16. Now I have to actually. You've been rolling high enough that I didn't actually know. I didn't actually need to know what her DC was. All right. So as you're sitting there, your stomach starts to kind of flip on you. You feel a flop sweat start forming. You lose the ability to concentrate, and you suddenly see Spitwick start kind of like fading from your vision. Which is strange because Spitwick is not a concentration spell. But whatever's going on right now, you're having a hard time even like accessing any of your magical abilities, and you feel horrible. Your chest starts to hurt. Your arms and leg muscles start to kind of ache. You feel kind of hot under your collar, and you can feel like sweat starting to kind of drip into your eyes and burn. The rest of you kind of look at Smegwick, and Smegwick already has kind of a strange, I guess, different coloration. If I remember correctly, your normal skin tone is green, right?
Yeah, I am a green toned.
Yeah.
Kind of a mossy green.
So as you guys look, you watch as his skin starts kind of losing a little bit of its color. You see it start turning gray. You watch as little specks of white start forming at the corners of his mouth, and you watch as the whites of his eyes start to yellow.
No. Stay with us.
You're not looking very good. Would you like my help? I can make you feel better. I can help you in ways that your dragon friend could never. And give you more power than your dragon friend could. Choose even or odd.
Odd.
Okay. Trying to think how I want to do this.
Oh no.
See, the thing with this even odd bullshit, even we can never even tell if it is in our benefit or not. Because the next
You'll
thing you
find out in a
say,
second. I'm
no,
trying
because
to-
even if you do, I'm like, I don't think it was good. That was the good roll. Bullshit.
I hate to see what the bad roll was. So she's sitting there and she's going, those metallics, you can never trust them, can you? Seems they're abandoning you. Probably because they're afraid of a creature with real power. All you have to do is ask for my help. I'll even give you the soul. You won't have to find it. Just accept my help. What do you want to do? By the way, you feel like dog shit right now.
Oh,
like it just keeps getting worse.
Oh, I
and
figured versus
worse.
Aboleth, I wasn't a 16 was gonna do fuck all.
So what do you want to do? By the way, if anyone else has any ideas while this is going on, you are more than welcome to voice them. Or if you want, if your character wants to kind of learn more information, where you think your character might know more than you, the player, knows right now, just let me know.
I kind of rip Smegwood's hand as he like turns that not very well.
As you grab his hand, you almost instantly pull back because it is drenched in sweat, which again, in a water-filled environment, shouldn't matter. But as you grab it, it's like slimy. And it feels wrong.
Don't turn
to
me into a
touch him.
fucking hagfish.
And wait, we kind of know his patron's backstory, right? Kind of.
You guys have met a younger version, but you have met.
Well, Araya and I.
Yes.
And for the most part, you don't know the full backstory about
True.
how he met and
Would you? You know the like you know.
yeah, bare bones
creature. And I
basic.
think you know the
You
name
know how
too,
warlocks
right?
work.
Or have you? Did you?
Desmond
did she
Ural,
tell-
yeah.
So you guys know the name. You've
She
met
introduced
her.
herself.
Yeah. You know her name. You've met her.
Younger version that was just moving into her new underground apartment and.
Go ahead and make me another con save with disadvantage this time.
Oh no.
Well, sure, why not? Okay, cool.
Can we tell if it's the aboleth making Smegwick feel this way?
Make
Yeah.
me an Arcana check.
I mean, I could say just by inference,
Well,
she
depending on
started
what
talking.
he
He
rolls,
went.
he may discover more than just the aboleth's being a dick. And Owie, if you want to make an Arcana check, you can as well. You just say, Spegwick, you're preoccupied.
Okay.
The 12 plus 2, 14.
14. Okay.
13.
13. So between the two of you, it's obvious that the aboleth is doing something. But as far as what the aboleth specifically is doing, you've got no idea. This is a type of magic that neither of you are particularly familiar with. And so it might as well be aliens.
It could also, just to like throw it out there, we know this thing can fuck with our minds.
Smegwick, your maximum health has been
Jesus
reduced
Christ.
by 10.
Oh, there we go, Max. There we go.
And will remain so until you discover how to undo it.
Cool. Awesome. Thanks, bud.
That's what I'm here for. And Princess starts getting closer. You really don't look good. Are you okay? Bet you wish your dragon friend was here now. Though to be honest, they couldn't do anything.
I am.
So
Smegwick is so goddamn spiteful. I'm gonna be doing something myself.
Go for it.
I'm gonna do a Constitution check, and we're gonna see how this works out. Okay, that's a 7. You tell me what happens when
No.
Smegwick throws up when she gets close, and she goes right to the legs like use.
My question for you, are you aiming for Princess?
She's in front. He sure as shit ain't aiming away.
Go ahead and make me...
It's like, I'm sorry, you shake the can of Coke, eventually you're gonna regret it.
I will let you
And
choose...
after he does that, I rub his back because he did in fact blow up.
I'm going to let you choose what attribute you want to use for this, but I want you to make me an attack roll. Whatever attribute you think you are going to associate with your ability to
Charisma.
projectile vomit in a direction. So I will let you choose the attack roll, but...
Oh, I'll let it be Constitution.
Okay, go for it then. Again, attack roll. So,
I'm sorry, so am I adding, am I just a +3 to this, or am I adding...
add your, I'll say you're proficient in projectile vomit. So
Okay, that's a
proficiency
+7.
plus con.
Okay, so that would be 7.
You know your body well.
Let's roll a Richter die. Wish I could add a modifier, that'd be handy. Okay, it's 12 plus. So it'll be 12 plus 7. That'll be 19.
19. Blah! All over.
Which again, water.
Princess.
So this is going to be real interesting.
Ew.
You kind of release, like, despite the fact that you are underwater, it still has enough kind of viscosity that it doesn't mix with the water immediately. And it hits her in these big, goopy messes. And it gets on her party dress, and she loses all sense of decorum.
But that dribble spit doesn't instead of going up, it floats up.
She goes, "You ruined my dress!" And you guys feel the room that you're in shake. And I'll have everyone make me dexterity saving throws.
Okay.
Like the entire room doesn't just like vibrate, like it shifts massively.
Really wasn't trying to be a dick, but I really saw that as that's the only conclusion this is going to come to.
18.
Okay,
I got a 19 plus 3, 22.
not bad.
Okay, D&D Beyond. I'm going back to rolling physical dice. That's an 11.
Okay, Smedwick, you are on your back as the room shifts. Aoi and Thakian, you guys, as it shifts, you guys kind of kick off a little bit and kind of steady yourself and are able to land back on the ground without too much difficulty. Princess is infuriated. You disgusting, stupid, dum-dum! You ruined my dress! And everyone goes,
You
"Oh,
ruined my dinner.
darling, you shut up! I will deal with you after I finish dealing with them." Well, that's not very nice. I came here to make a friend, and now you're threatening my other friends. And you watch as she kind of gets this evil-looking grin. You are here to make me a god, and that's it. When I am ready to use you, I will, but this one... And she looks at you and points at you, and you feel this cramp instantly form in your stomach. And you kind of double over from it. This one has ruined my dress! And you guys see, again, at the back of this room is just a wall of windows that are effectively kind of frosted because of just how much gunk is on them. You see movement behind the windows, and suddenly there's a tiny little crack in one of them. This one, I don't like you. You ruined my party dress. You ruined my party. It's just supposed to be fun. She looks over at the breath drinker, and the breath drinker starts rushing towards Smegwick, and I would like everyone to roll for initiative.
Yeah. Alright, that is 22.
3.
19.
Go ahead and do this.
8.
So sorry. Oh, you said 22?
Yes.
Smegwick, 19, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thakian, what did you get?
8.
8. Nice high number.
And just to ask, are Esmiel and Harlow involved in this?
That's wrong. I will deal with them in a second because I accidentally ran the wrong encounter.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Once again, Aoi, what was it?
22.
2 Smegwick,
19.
and then 8 for
Yep.
Thakian. There we go. Okay. Now I have the right one. All right. So the breath drinker starts rushing forward towards Smegwick. Aoi, you are instantly ready. What would you like to do?
And how far is the breath drinker from us?
At this point, it's about 30 feet. It has you react before it's able to move very much at all. You're ready. You're ready.
Oh yeah, I definitely am. Eldritch Blast in its direction.
Okay. So, you guys watch as Aoi draws her lightning rapier and points it, and you start seeing these points of force energy form at the end of it. And she points it. 3 bolts of force start rushing towards it.
21.
Definitely hits.
9. That doesn't that.
Nope.
That's better. 22.
So 2 of the 3 hit. Go ahead and roll the damage.
2d10. Oh, lovely. 3 points of force damage.
Is that total?
Yeah.
Sorry, say one more time how much it was.
3.
3? Wow, you rolled exceptionally low.
Yeah,
That was
I
for
rolled
both
a
of
1
them?
and it. Yeah, I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Damn. All right, so the 2 bolts kind of hit it, and it barely affects it. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna show myself in front of Smegrick as best I can.
Okay. The creature starts rushing as Aoi kind of places herself in between Smegwick and the creature. However, Smegwick, you get to go first.
Okay. Well, first thing is I gotta get up. So I'm sure. Is the rules for movements the same as in underwater?
So underwater movement, as long as you have a swim speed, it works the same.
Oops.
Otherwise, all of your movement is halved. Due to the fact that you guys all have underwater breathing on you right now.
Yes.
I'm gonna say, to make things easier.
My understanding was we were operating under normal movement, but I didn't know.
Well, I mean, technically 3D movement because
Yeah.
you're underwater. And I'm gonna say Harlow would have given you guys fins or something, flippers,
Okay.
so that you could move underwater more easily.
Right.
Yeah, normal movement, except for the fact that, again, you can technically fly because you're underwater.
Okay,
hell
so-
yeah.
Still have my movement getting up, or am I just like doesn't matter? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, it's still gonna cost you half your
Okay, cool.
movement.
All right. First things first, I will. My understanding when Harlow was explaining breath drinkers and all this, like we basically blast the shit out of the because they were attacking the thing and we were trying to do that. So my understanding is take out the breath drinker.
Sure. Do you want to roll? I'll let you choose nature or arcana to see if you can figure out anything else about the breath drinker.
Okay, I'll offer the Arcana. 17 plus 6, 23.
23. Okay. Breath drinkers are aberrations, very similar to aboleths, where they don't quite work under the normal laws of physics. And you know for a fact they absorb light. So radiant damage in general you think is going to be next to useless. A lot of magical attacks are not going to be as effective against them.
Oh, I was just
Lovely.
operating. I was just saying I was just operating off the thing. I'm happy for the clarification on this thing. I was operating on the thing of
because you guys got a little bit of information, so this is just useful information for you. So yeah, you know they're effectively immune to radiant damage, and most other magical damages they're probably not going to take full damage from. However, you did see the force damage seemed to affect it.
Yeah, but I was operating off of like it sucked the soul up, and it didn't like. Again, the operation he was operating off of was like we have to take it out in order to get the soul back.
With a 23, you would know that as long as it stays alive, any souls that it's consumed cannot be put back into bodies. But if it's killed, those souls are kind of released as they would have been if the creature had died naturally. So you think, yes, if you kill it, you should be able to resurrect her.
Yeah, that's what Smeg was operating on. So, first off, he will do this thing. I'm sure it's dexterous. He's going to try it still. A dexterity 17 saving throw versus fairy fire.
good. Yeah, there's nothing there. It's a dex save, right?
Dexterity 17.
Well, it got a 14, so now it's pretty. So you are you moving back at all when you do this, or are you just kind of standing up and firing?
Like he's standing up. He knows how quick this thing is, and he already used his move to get up. He's like, "Sparkle, bitch!"
So you guys watch as Smegwick, still looking kind of grayish, like slimy. He extends a hand, and you see this. What color is your fairy fire?
Kind of like a light Mardi Gras color, kind of green and purple.
Green and purple. You see this green and purple underwater fire shoot out of his hand, and it gets all over this breath drinker creature. If I remember correctly, that just like there's no extra save after, right? It's just it goes.
It's continuous.
You stop concentrating on it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you see now this breath drinker is completely outlined in this fairy fire, and you watch it for a brief moment turn invisible and yet still be outlined, and then it turns visible again and invisible, and
Yeah, it fucks with visibility. Yeah. Oh, I did have a side question because
Sure.
Order of Operations, what Princess did to Smegwick, and then he erupted. I'm guessing he still feels like shit.
Yes, you still feel very, very bad, which is why your hit points are still 10 points low.
And I'm still feeling like that. And that's the reason why. Okay, I just want to make sure because like if she is doing booga on that, I just want to make sure that's still going on there. Okay, so and then quicken spell, and I'm gonna do 3 sorceress blasts right at the son of a bitch.
Yeah.
So after he fires this fairy fire, you watch him start charging up another Eldritch Blast and starts firing at the creature. All of these made with advantage.
Yep. So then the first one.
To make these easier,
yeah.
You're looking for an 18.
Oh, I
Okay.
got that
Things go
already.
fast.
13 plus 9 equals math.
All right, so
First one. That's 1.
Okay.
Oh, are you kidding me? Okay.
What?
Well, wait a minute. So 7 plus 9, that's 16.
Yeah, 18 is the cutoff. So that's
Oh,
a
8.
miss.
Oh, it's over. You said 18.
Yeah,
Okay,
18.
yeah.
Yep.
Whoop. No.
Oh,
Ah,
yeah.
son of a bitch. 10 or. I'll take the 10. So it'll be 19 on the second.
All right, so 2 of 3 hits.
Okay.
And roll
And,
damage.
and first hit. And then the second hit.
Yeah, it's probably
That's
gonna
11
be
and
a
8.
lot
That-
more.
11 and 8. So total. Do you want them separate or whole? So the total,
Total
19.
is fine.
Okay.
All right, so 2 more blasts. You're able to kind of hit it a couple of times. You hear this kind of weird warbly as it gets hit, but it is still dead set on you. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
This thing moves so damn quick. He's actually gonna like just. I think he'll just take a position, whatever is just mostly advantageous, but he knows he can't get too far. Because again, this thing is like quick, right?
Yeah, the last time
Yeah.
you saw it, again with the 23, I'll give it to you. It has a fly speed of 60 feet. So
Yeah, this thing.
Damn.
I think we established that last time. It was incredibly
that was
quick last time.
Foth. That was Rofoth.
Okay.
This is
That's
the
it for
monk
me
of
then.
monsters. Cool. At the end of your turn, go ahead and make me a con save.
Of course you would. Have me do that. Okay. Oh, it's
Well,
like-
actually, no, not at the end of your turn. It'll be at the end of the round. So hold on to that for a little bit.
okay. So am I done or?
You are done. Fakian, I rolled like shit, so you gets to go first.
Hey. Okay. I think I'm gonna go up about 15 feet, and
So I need a band-aid.
Oop. I'm gonna
Not
cast.
aware my D&D games were that dangerous.
What happened?
I retrieved a die. And I
Oh,
sprayed the hell
no.
out of her.
How
Oh,
it goes.
jeez.
I'm gonna cast Ice Storm.
Ooh.
Oh,
And that's
Yep.
an area thing, right?
I believe so. It's a 20-foot cone, I believe.
Oh, okay, cool.
A hail of rock hard ice pounds the ground in a 20-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder centered on the point within range. Each creature in that cylinder must make a dexterity saving throw of 16. That's my save
Is it-
DC.
So does it remain afterwards?
Uh,
Is there a C next to it for concentration? Let me-
I do not see one.
Yeah, I think it's
we
one and
go.
done.
Ice? I thought. If
What's
that's
it
what
called
I'm
again?
thinking of, I thought it was continuation.
It's called Ice Storm.
Ice storm. Yep.
Oh,
So, oh yeah, no, it's an instantaneous thing. So,
Oh.
so yeah, that's
Jesus Christ.
so the problem with this spell. You guys are in a roughly 50-foot room. This is a 20-foot radius, so it's a 40-foot in diameter circle. So with how many people are in here, if you cast this spell, you're probably going to have to include somebody in the radius. So I'm going to give you this choice. You can include Owie or Smegwick in the radius, or you can include Princess and Esmiel in the radius. Or you can cast it in such a way that you are the only person other than the Breath Drinker in the radius as well. So you have to choose, do you want to hit either Owie or Smegwick, Esmiel, or yourself as you cast this? And if that changes whether or not you want to cast the spell, that's fine too.
So when I first thought to do this, I kind of imagined myself like going up above the monster, trying to get out of its way, and then down. So I guess I'll do it in a way where I'm the only one.
Okay.
In
Because
there?
again, it's not a cone. It's a literal cylinder that you
Yeah.
you make. So yeah, that's perfectly fine. Then all that means is you need to make the deck save as well.
Okay.
And so does the Breath Drinker. You said it's 16, right?
16. Yep.
Well, I'm still rolling like me, so it fails.
Deck save. I got a 17.
yay.
So you
Yep.
make your deck save. So you're only going to take half damage from this. I do need you to give me the bludgeoning damage and the cold damage as two separate damage types because they
Gotcha.
affect it differently. So let's
See.
start off with the bludgeoning. Should be 2d10.
Okay, I see 2d8.
Am I looking? I'm the spell that I looked up is the new one. Did they change
Okay.
how much damage it does?
I'm looking at legacy.
Yeah,
Maybe-
just because the big difference between the two of them is it does more damage in the new version. Let's use the new one.
Okay.
So 2d10 instead of 2d8, and I think that's the only real change.
All right. 2d10. I got a 10 and a 3.
So it's 13.
Yep.
Okay, so 13 bludgeoning damage and then 4d6 cold damage.
Dang.
All right. 5 plus 5 plus 6 plus 5, 21.
That's a nice roll.
Yep.
All right, so that turns into. All right, so you would take half of 13 and half of 21. So half of 21 is 10, half of 13 is 6. So you would take 16 bludgeoning and cold. Do you have a resistance to cold damage? I can't remember.
Resistance is nope.
Okay. So you take total of 16 damage. When you do this, how do you kind of envision it happening? Do you see him just kind of creating ice crystals in the water and then throwing them, or how do you see this going?
Pretty much that. Just
Okay.
kind of like surrounding him, just ice forming, and then just down at the monster.
So you guys watch as Thakian kind of dolphin kicks his way above everyone, and then you watch as he spreads his hands out, and you watch as little ice crystals start forming around, and you watch as they start getting bigger and bigger, and then he starts just throwing them down at this creature. And as they're raining down, one of them comes from behind him and kind of clips him on the shoulder, unfortunately, but it hits this creature hard. With each impact, you watch as the creature kind of flattens out, but you see the impact itself seems to do serious damage to it, but the actual kind of burn from the cold doesn't seem quite as effective against him. The creature definitely takes the damage, and we're going to say that the whole cylinder of icy water is now difficult terrain.
Ooh, nice.
So now it's stuck. Or not stuck, it's just much harder for it to move around. Because normally it creates a realm of difficult terrain on the ground. But we're 3D space, so we make difficult terrain everywhere. So there's like little snowflakes and other things just kind of floating around, making it difficult to move. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
I don't believe so. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so the breath drinker is now trying to fight its way through this kind of minefield of ice, and it's having significant trouble making its way through it, and it realizes it can't get to Smegwick. And so it goes for the next closest target, which is unfortunately the young dragonborn that has put itself in between Smegwick and there. So it's going to rush forward, and you're going to watch as two tendrils kind of come out and form into claws.
Okay.
So first one is a nat 1, so you can ignore that. It comes forward, and you just twist out of the way and kind of bap it out of the way with your lightning rapier.
Yeah.
And the second one is much higher, 26 versus your AC.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So as it slashes at you, it catches onto your shoulder, and you feel this searing pain as it grapples you. I need a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. 17.
Okay, that's unfortunately not enough.
Oh,
so your maximum hit points are reduced by 12 damage as you take 12 necrotic damage. And then as it's grappled you, you watch it come closer and closer, and it gets very, very close, and you start feeling this kind of pulling sensation from it. I need a charisma saving throw.
Oh no. That's probably not gonna be enough. 13.
13. Unfortunately, it's not enough. The creature starts pulling your soul out of your body. You take 36 necrotic damage. And your charisma score is reduced by 6.
Oh god.
And
Yay! I can't use Eldritch Buzz anymore.
that ends the creature's turn. At the end of the round, now, Smegwick, I need you to make a con save.
$17 again.
17 is enough. You feel like your stomach kind of turning in knots, and you can definitely feel some sort of magic is trying to hurt you more, but you resist it. As you kind of look around trying to figure out what's happening, you watch as while the figure of Princess doesn't seem to be casting any spells that you can see, you look past her into the kind of murky frosted windows, and you can see something outside is obviously casting spells. And you think that's what's currently happening to you. Whatever the creature is outside is what's actually casting the spells against you.
Do I think that's Princess? I know she's not really a little girl.
I think there's enough there for you to kind of put two and two together that if it's not Princess, it's somehow connected to her in some way, shape, or form. So, yeah, you're pretty certain that is a version of Princess out there, and it's big.
For what I know, because I do know about aboleths.
Yeah, you guys had a whole,
yeah.
You guys took like a learning annex course on
Harlow's
aboleths
book.
on your way here. Yeah, so yeah, you know, aboleths, kind of tentacle-ish creatures with too many eyes and a mouth. It fits. Again, you can't really see it fully because of the frosted thing, but it can see where you are, and you can see where it is now. That it's moving enough, and it's kind of backlit by something. So yeah, as you guys are doing this, you see Harlow kind of draws his blade, and as he's about to attempt to attack Princess, you guys see more movement, and 3 giant sharks kind of rush in. Harlow, seeing what's happening, immediately kind of flips around and starts kind of attacking the sharks, and Arai doesn't miss a beat. He pulls out his pike and starts skewering one of them and fighting off the other ones, while Esmio is kind of sitting there and seems to be far too calm in this situation. And she kind of just calls over to you, "Don't worry about this, darling. Darlings, we'll take care of that." And they seem to be dealing with these sharks on their own.
God.
So I don't have to try and control them during combat. That brings us back to top of the order.
Oh God. That's me.
So, if you would like, you're currently grappled by the creature.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to try and break out of the grapple, it's a strength, athletics, or dexterity, acrobatics check. That would be your action for the turn.
I am going to take that chance with the acrobatics.
Okay.
Please. 27.
Normally for a grapple check, it's a strength athletics check against your whatever you choose. Well, their strength score is a -3, so yeah, 27. You're perfectly fine. You're able to break away from it, and as you do that, you feel the kind of draining energy from it sever itself as well. Which makes you think that in order for it to do that drain thing, it needs.
And I have to be close up.
It needs to be grappling you. So if you can keep the grapple off, you can avoid having it do that again.
Alright,
And just as an FYI, that charisma score reduction, if
Yeah.
it reduces your charisma to 0, the character dies. So just to give you as much information as I can.
Scary.
So you've used your action. You still have your bonus action. You still have your movement. What would you like to do?
Just make things a whole lot scarier for me.
You guys got this. You've got, your druid friend. You got Smegwick, and
Yeah.
you have a rather interesting amount of magic at your command as well. So.
If
And like I said before, it has to be grappling you to do that.
Yeah.
So if you can get enough distance between yourself and it, you can at least make it more difficult.
Let's- just try to- let's see. If I used protection from evil and good, would it, like, theoretically restore the charisma drop, or is it just nothing?
You don't think it would fix the charisma?
Damn it!
drop? However, this is an evil creature.
Yeah.
So the actual
Yeah.
use of protection from evil
Yeah, still
would
useful.
happen. But does that take your action to cast?
It does.
Okay. So you wouldn't be able to do that
Okay,
this turn.
Yeah.
But if you have any bonus actions, spells that you wanted to do, or abilities,
I'm going to use my bonus action to do second wind.
second wind. Okay. So you guys watch as Aoi kind of breaks away from the creature and starts kind of focusing, and you watch a little bit of the burn she got from that creature start to slowly kind of knit itself.
Okay.
Anything else you want to do with your turn?
I would try to get away, but I know it'll just get an attack of opportunity on me.
Okay.
And right now I'm at... Honestly, would it be able to grapple me if I did try to get away?
Well, from what you've seen thus far, it grappled you because it hit you with one of its attacks.
Okay.
So theoretically, if it was to hit you with that attack again, you think it might grapple you again.
Okay, so I'll stay where I am.
Okay.
I just remember what. Yeah, 1d10 plus 11.
Okay. So
Alright. 16?
So while that's going on, Smegwick, what would you like to do?
Okay. All right, seeing this thing that did put the hurt on Aoi, wants this thing off her as much as possible. He's like, let's keep it separated, keep it off, keep it on its back heel. He will use his movement because he's not within attack of opportunity of this thing, right?
You're about 15 feet away, so
Yeah,
not
so
within attack opportunity.
he'll move. Is someone rolling? I'm seeing someone else's dice. Did someone roll a 16?
I don't know. I haven't. I'm playing with my coin.
How strange.
I think Aoi is clicking on her charisma.
Well, yeah, it's on D&D
Yeah.
Beyond, but for some reason it's not showing game logs.
Sorry.
No, it's not. You're
Sorry.
fine.
I have
I don't
no
think it's
idea.
you. Weird. Okay, I'm gonna refresh just to be
Okay.
on the safe side. But anyway, so he's gonna move over and he's gonna use he's gonna kick this off with Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Advantage. 16 on the die. I know that one hits. Forced to take my eyes off this. 18. 18's the number, right?
18's the number. Yep.
Okay. And 16 on the die again. Okay, so all three hit.
Okay.
Loop. Okay, this is 15, 9. Yeah, 15, 9, and 6. And all three of those are going to get Fury of the Small.
So Just at the end, give me a total, please.
Yeah. 15 plus 9 plus 6 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. Total of 42 points of damage
Thank God.
on that first hit. He pissed me
42
off.
That's force, right?
That's force damage.
So, you guys watch as Smegwick starts conjuring these bolts of force, and as he starts just machine gunning them at this creature, you can see the like fury and anger that has been welling up inside of him is creating even more force and velocity of these things. It hits the creature the 3 times, and the creature not only cries out in pain, but you can see little tendrils of smoke coming off as it's starting to have more difficult time holding its form.
Cool.
And it's still got fairy fire, so you're rolling with advantage, right? Okay.
Yeah, that was a roll advantage.
Okay, cool. So that was
Quick
your
and
action.
spell.
All right.
Because god damn it, it was bad enough you took HP. You had to do an HP max reduction, Jody.
These
Good
are
God,
these are
man.
nasty creatures.
Yeah, no shit.
No crap.
You guys are in tier 3. You start dealing with some nasty stuff here.
9, 18.
I just lost my coin.
18 on the die.
Nat 20, not
Nice.
bad.
Hey.
So go ahead and
Okay, I am going to add this up because I know.
so say,
Correct.
just give me a total. I am not gonna add all that junk up.
Yep. Okay. First hit. 9. Oh, it's 8. No, it's rolling. Okay. 8. Then the crit.
And you got,
Oh, that was almost double zeros. God.
you gonna put
Yeah,
that
okay.
Fury the Small on any of them, too, or are you out?
I have 1 left, and yes, I am.
So since it's a die, if you put that on the crit, it would double it.
Oh, it's a modifier.
Oh, it's a
It's not
modifier.
a die.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Believe me, I would like that. It's not. Okay. I am so anxious. I actually started almost typing my. I almost started hitting my paper instead of the keys. Okay. 9 plus 19 plus 4. 40 points of damage.
All right. It's looking really, really rough, but it is still, alive. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Just talking shit at it now, like, oh, you like that, you miserable piece of shit. Yeah. There. She's like, he's actually good and pissed now with everything, but like, he's protective of Owie, and now he's protective of him, so this is kind of reciprocal rage right now.
So, question for you: do you want to get closer to it at all to present a more enticing target? Do you want to stay? Where you
Oh, he
are?
purposely split that way
Okay.
to antagonize
All right.
and be Smegwick.
Make me an intimidation check.
Did fucking this thing up give you advantage or
Sure. With the amount you just did 80 damage, 82 damage to it. You can have advantage for that.
Go with the 16 plus. I'm not very intimidating, but I'm very charismatic. So 16 plus 5, 21.
21. This creature, having destroyed part of its being, now stares at you. And it's about to rush to you, but before it can do that, Thakian, what do you want to do?
I'm going to cast Entangle. Yeah, just like right before he lunges at Smedwick.
Before you do that, I'll let you choose Arcana or Nature or History. check. Whichever of those that you like.
Nature or history. It doesn't matter either way. I'll do nature, I guess.
Okay.
That's a 6.
6. All right. You're trying to remember as much as you can about this creature, but nothing's really coming up. So how does the entangled spell work?
Grasping weeds and vines sprout from the ground in a 20-foot square, starting from a point within range. For the duration, these plants turn the ground into difficult terrain. A creature in the area when you cast the spell must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the entangled plants until the spell ends. A creature restrained by the plants can't use its action. Wait, it can use its action to make the strength check against your spell save DC. On a success, it frees itself. When the spell ends, the conjured plants wilt away.
Well, it got a nat 1, so
Yay!
total, it got a -2 on that strength check. However, as the plants grow up, and again, since we're doing 3D, we're going to call it a box instead of just a square. You guys watch. How do you envision underwater? How do you envision the plants growing? Like, do you see like kelp growing up, or does it turn into like frost to kind of grab and grip people? Like, how do you envision it visually looking?
I was envisioning it as like kelp plants, just coming up and just grabbing it.
So you guys watch as, again, Thakian starts kind of conjuring things that as he extends his hands, you watch from the ground, you see these like sprigs of kelp just start kind of shooting up, and you have this little kelp forest, and they start attempting to kind of grab this creature, but unfortunately they all move completely through him.
Damn it!
He seems to be completely immune to the grappled and restrained conditions.
Yay!
Huh.
There goes the Iron Balls strategy.
Yeah, because remember the whole discussion we had about. I didn't want to say anything in the moment, but
The,
the whole thing about being
The
entangled.
difficult terrain is a different thing. So the difficult terrain still works. It's not immune to difficult terrain. So you still basically halved its speed. But it's immune to restrained, unfortunately. You do still have a bonus action and some movement. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn?
I'll move back down closer to Owie,
Okay.
Okay.
and that'll be all.
Okay. So the breath drinker is hurt. It is now has a singular purpose, which is to drink the soul of Smegwick. It starts
Nice juicy charisma, bitch. Come on.
rushing towards him. I am going to say, due to the fact that Owie was right next to it, Owie, you are also in the difficult terrain area.
Oh, okay. Do I still take a attack of opportunity?
You can, as it tries to. You can take an attack of opportunity against it because it's going away from you.
And you have advantage.
Yes, I do. Oh, thank God.
And do you have the
That
thing that lets
is,
you cast a spell as an opportunity attack?
Yes, but I'm much. Actually, yeah, but it's right.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
I believe the only limitations of it is it has to be
Actually,
something that can only target that one creature.
yeah.
So if you had like green flame blade or something
I'll use. Oh, actually, yeah, I'll use. Let's see, where's my?
Well, if it's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, I'll use booming blade.
Okay, cool. Yeah, actually, that's
I have booming
perfect.
blade. I'll use that.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, that will be 24.
Or 24 definitely hits.
Good lord.
Um,
Alright.
Go ahead and roll your damage. And how do you envision Booming Blade works? It's technically sonic damage. So how
Yeah.
do you see Aoi using Booming Blade?
I'm going to slash and like a shockwave comes out and maybe like hits it.
Okay, very, very cool. So, as a reminder, the way Booming Blade works is you do a normal weapon attack, which I think your Lightning Blade has a little extra lightning damage on it, right?
Oh yes, that's right.
And then you also add on
Yep.
the thunder damage as well.
Yes, I do.
So I do need the thunder and the lightning damage separately from the, I think
Okay.
it's piercing damage for your rapier, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so give me the piercing damage as one thing, and then the thunder and lightning as another.
Okay. Okay. 14 piercing damage.
Okay.
Alright. 1 point of lightning.
Okay.
And 16 points of thunder.
16 points of thunder.
And if it tries to move as it will be doing its, I think it's an extra 3d8 thunder damage.
Yep.
For
So
a
let's
moving
deal
target,
with this first. Do 9 there. Okay, so you guys watch as Aoi kind of draws her sword, and as she kind of brings it down on the creature, you see this wave of sonic energy just blow past, and as it impacts the creature, you see this kind of sonic boom explosion that ripples off it. The creature howls in pain that echoes in all of your ears, and you feel it in like your molars and your bones as it seems to like penetrate everything. And you can see this kind of wave of sonic energy around it. It is still fixated on Smegwick though, and so it rushes over. And Aoi, you have to kind of jump back slightly as another explosion happens. Go ahead and roll your 3d8.
Okay.
If ever there was a good opportunity with a Warcaster spell shenanigans, holy shit.
Yeah.
Moving blade works
that-
very, very well.
18 points of thunder.
All right.
Thunder.
Describe your victory. Claim your kill.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Woo!
I don't you dare kill him. And I'm actually I did like take the thunder damage. I'm going to swim up, maybe like try to do a swimming drill attack right through the thing.
Okay, so the creature starts rushing away from you. You guys watch Aoi as she takes her blade. She concentrates the thunder energy into it. She goes, "No, you don't!" She slashes down. It hits the creature. You feel it in your molars and your bones. The creature keeps going, and Aoi goes, "No." She points the rapier at the creature, and as it starts to move, you see those ripples start to coalesce. You see Allie make a big kind of whip of her tail. She suddenly rushes forward in this corkscrew-like motion. As her rapier impacts the creature, this bubble of thunder energy bursts, and you watch as it bursts through, and Aoi just kind of corkscrews through to the other side, brandishing her rapier as these bits of shadow just kind of go away, and you watch as these little pinpoints of light that seem to be trapped inside of it slowly start to kind of fade away and drift into the cosmos.
Arlo!
Now!
Arlo!
As you look over, Harlow has just plunged a dagger into the skull of one of the sharks. As Arai has two other sharks by the tail and is just going poof, poof, like she's trying to swat a fly with two massive fish-shaped fly swatters. Poof, 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 poof. Harlow kind of looks over. What?
That.
And he sees, he's like, all right, you, and he points at the Thakian. You know what to do. Princess looks visibly angry as you see Esmiel Esmiel and Princess are right next to each other, and they seem to be having a conversation that none of you can hear. But Princess looks exceptionally angry, but she's not doing anything about it, which is not something you've seen happen thus far with her. She just seems to be kind of fuming, like a kid being told off by an authority figure that they can't actually do anything to.
Yep, adults in charge are really mean like that.
Yeah. So you can see her kind of fuming, and you can see the anger coming. You can see this creature from behind twisting. You see more cracks in the glass, and Esmiel seems to be carrying on a very normal conversation. Thakian, do you want to try and activate your plant thing?
Yeah, is there a spot in the room that we're in?
Well, you've just created this kind of grove of seaweed. So you could probably grow it somewhere in there, if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Go down and I'll plant the seed.
All right, so I need a spell casting roll from you, and it's going to go like this. 10 or higher will cause it to take 6 turns to fully develop. 15 or higher cuts that in half to 3. 20 or higher makes it instantaneous.
Okay. So that's a D20 and
Plus
are
your
there
proficiency, plus your wisdom, I think is your spellcasting. Any spell that has an attack roll built into it, if you just want to click on that, that'll do it. Or if you're not using your D&D Beyond sheet, yeah, it's just proficiency plus wisdom. That would be your spellcasting attack modifier.
Did anybody?
Okay, gotcha.
I don't know if you jotted it down. That's everyone else's thing. Did anyone gift you anything in previous streams? I don't know if they did. You would have. I'm hoping you would have jotted it down.
He was the one person that didn't quote unquote have anything when he woke up.
Yeah.
No. I meant the stream.
Yeah.
Kindness. Stream kindness. If they had in a previous stream or not. Inspiration, a spell, or anything like that. I'm guessing not.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so I'll go ahead and roll the D20.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a 2. My modifier, the wisdom proficiency that's plus 8, so it comes to 10.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
no.
You guys have 6 turns, basically 30 seconds that you're going to have to wait before he can cast the spell. As he does that and this tree starts growing, suddenly one of the windows breaks and you see a massive tentacle reach its way in to attempt to attack you guys. So go ahead.
When the breath trigger died, do I get my charisma back?
No, you need a long rest before that will come back.
Yeah, I'm guessing that.
It's a rough one. So
I'm hoping the same for HP max, but that's a later problem.
This is how it's going to go. We have 6 turns, and these tentacles. Right now, there's only one tentacle that's going to be trying to mess with you guys. So, I am going to roll a D8. 1 or 2, Smegwick has to deal with something. 3 or 4, Owie. 5 or 6, Thakian. 7 or 8, it's going to target Esmiel. So, the first thing that's going to happen is Owie. The tentacle is rushing at you.
Shit.
It's looking like it's going to attempt to crush you. The way we're going to deal with this is you're going to kind of make this kind of like a skills challenge type thing. I'm going to describe a situation to you, and then either using a spell, one of your abilities, you're going to describe how you're going to try and avoid it or prevent it in some way, shape, or form. Because all of this is happening at this the same time, the person that it targets gets to act first. After that person is dealt with, everyone else can decide what they want to do to try and basically prep for the next round. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So, Owie, this massive tentacle is coming right at you, and again, it looks like it's trying to crush you. How does Owie want to deal with that?
I'm going to say that I'm going to do my best. Would I be able to like avoid it as it comes towards me?
If you want to attempt to dodge it, you can. That would be just a standard kind of dex save.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you have a spell that you want to use to try and deflect it or like move out of the way or something, like you have access to basically an entire turn of things to do. So.
Okay. God. I think I'm gonna try and shield this as it comes towards me.
Okay. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast shield.
All right, then I'm going to turn this into an attack roll then against your higher AC from shield. All right, so yeah, all right. So the tentacle is rushing towards you. I got a 20 versus your AC.
No.
All right, so this massive tentacle, probably as large as Owie is, like diameter-wise, it's probably Owie's size, comes in, and as it's coming forward, Owie, you bring your rapier up and kind of turn it to the side, and the shield appears, and the tentacle impacts it, and boom, there is this loud, resounding something, like these waves, the impact of it shoots waves of kinetic energy throughout the water, knocking everybody back. The shield itself kind of cracks as it gets hit, but you don't take any damage from it. You do see as the tentacle kind of winds back, there's little kind of floating bits of slime or mucus or something kind of floating in the water where the tentacle left.
Ew.
Let's start with Smegwick. Choose even or odd.
Odd.
All right. You watch as the window starts cracking again as another tentacle is attempting to break through, but it doesn't make it quite yet. Thakian or Smegwick, do you guys have something you want to do to prep for the next turn? Defensive spells you want to cast, reinforce the windows to prevent more tentacles from coming in, try to close the hole that tentacle came in. Anything you want to do that you think will help the next turn.
Let's see here.
I will say, Thakian, with your kind of specialty with water and ice, you are underwater right now, so if you want to kind of create ice blocks or things like that by casting a cold-based spell, you can create obstacles and things like that.
Ooh, good idea.
The size and use of it will depend on basically how much cold damage it would have done. So,
Okay.
anything either of you guys want to do? Do you want to kind of wait to react to what's happening next?
Well, I was also kind of like wondering something like along those lines, because we're working, like you said, we're working in a 3D dimensional space. We are also in water. So would creating ice in various ways help to enforce that in this instance? Because I'm wondering if I were to do something like flaming sphere transmuted into ice.
Sure. What would you want to? What do you want to do with it? Do you want to reinforce the window, or what do you?
Just
what do you think?
going back and forth, just go on ice. Just
I'm actually okay with that. What I'll have you do is roll the damage for 1 round of damage from the freezing sphere is what we'll call it for right now. And depending on how much damage it does, it'll make it that much more difficult for one of the windows to break.
alrighty. If that's the case, then I will definitely upcast this.
Okay.
Oh, I should actually. Sorry, I should.
Now that does mean the fairy fire that you were concentrating on the thing
yeah.
that's dead is
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
Okay. That'll be 4d6. Fire turned to cold. Lately, the D&D Beyond dice been screwing me over, so that's 1, 6, thank you. 4, 10, 11, 4, 15.
So the way that I choose whether or not another tentacle comes in and therefore gets a second attack is I have one of you guys choose even or odd. Because of the reinforcement, I'm going to still do that, but I'm going to roll 2 dice instead of 1. And if either one of those dice matches your choice of even or odd, it will save. So basically, I'm rolling with disadvantage. Does that make sense?
Okay. Sure.
Alright, so, that being said, Thakian, do you have anything you want to do, or you just want to wait for the next round to kind of react to what happens?
I don't have an idea.
That's
I don't
fine.
know.
That's perfectly fine. So, 1 of 6 rounds is over. The plant is growing further up, but very, very slowly. The tentacle that's still in there is going to try again, and this time it's going to aim for. This time it's going to aim for Smegwick. And it seems like instead of attempting to like just bash you, it looks like it's trying to grapple you so that it can control you. How do you want to deal with that?
Okay, if I see this thing coming, now am I using a reaction, or am I just getting creative with how to
This is a
deal with
skills
this?
challenge, so
Okay.
do something. Don't quite worry so much about the action economy as much as is it something creative you can do.
What Smegwick is going to do is he is going to use his deception, kind of like, where am I going? And then he's gonna use a Misty Step to just like go the complete. He's like gonna go one. He's gonna do the old classic: go one direction, go the other way.
Good idea.
Sure. Go ahead and make me a deception check with advantage.
I'm full of so much shit. I'm professional at this. Come on. 16 on the die plus 9.
Yeah.
That's math.
So the creature comes around, and as it starts attempting to wrap around you, you just disappear from out of it, and it closes its tentacle and completely misses you. You're 60 feet away, 50 feet away, however far you could teleport with Misty Step.
I think that'd be 30. Yeah.
30, yeah, 30 feet away. You're on the other side, just going. Nee, 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 nee.
Degeneration X. Just.
Suck it!
Aoi or Thakian, do you guys have anything you want to do?
Can I help reinforce the ice with Ryan's binding ice?
Uh, what are you going to use to reinforce it?
Ryan's binding ice.
Is that a spell? I'm
Uh, that's a spell.
okay. Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll damage as if you hit with the spell or they failed their save, whatever it was.
Yeah, and if it fails the spell, it just doesn't move at all. Speed reduced to 0.
So you want to use it to reinforce the gate, or do you want to try and freeze the tentacle?
Hmm. Reinforce the gate
Because
more.
I'll tell you this: if you can get it to work on the tentacle, that'll mean that tentacle won't get an attack next turn.
Ooh, okay. I'll do that then.
Okay.
I save. Hopefully this is the right choice. Constitution 16. 15.
All right. And what's the spell called again?
Rhymes Biting Ice.
You said Rhyme.
Also called Ice and Dust Frost, which is a far cooler name.
Could you just type it into chat for me? Because my brain's not working right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's like my same thing. I was like, I think it's the combination of words.
Yeah. Rhymes Binding Ice. RIME apostrophe S binding.
Oh, like rhyme like frog. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Could you just like type the name of the spell into the Roll20 chat for me?
Okay.
It just
Okay,
again, my
sure.
brain is not working right now, and so if I can look at it, it will make more sense to
Okay.
me. I just
took
want
me-
to read the spell.
Sure. It took me a while to rhymes binding ice.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Yep.
There we go. I found it. Never
That
mind.
was messing with me too.
Yeah.
6,
Relatively new spell.
Where is this from? Oh, it's from Fizzbands.
Yep.
That's a cool spell. Okay. Cool.
Like
So you
I said, I think that's for us. It's a much cooler name.
so it's a con save, right?
Yes. And I'll roll my.
Well, it got a 25.
Damn it.
So,
Alright, I'll roll my 38, and that's halved. 14 points of ice.
okay. So, I'm going to say that it still gets a turn next turn, but you have kind of
Okay.
slowed it down a
Okay.
little bit. So, whatever it does,
Oh,
the person defending
Wait,
against will either
for-
have advantage or it'll have disadvantage.
yeah. And so, 14 divided by 2, I believe, 7.
7. Yep. So, so that's done. Thinking anything you want to do?
The tentacle is still there, right?
Yep. Tentacles flying around. It's got ice crystals on it now because of what Aoi just did, but
Hmm.
that are slowing it a little bit.
I'll throw an ice knife at it.
Okay, and your intention behind that, slow it down more, just do extra damage to it.
A bit of extra damage.
Okay, cool. So go ahead and make your attack roll against it. You guys watch as Thakian starts kind of conjuring a blade of ice.
30-20.
Your twin definitely hits. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Damage. That is 1d10. A 10.
Cool. All right, so this knife goes and hits and then bursts around it. You see it does leave a little kind of mark on the tentacle, but it's such a massive creature. However, the creature kind of howls in pain. And I'll let you choose this time, thinking even or odd.
Even.
Well, I got 2 evens, so congratulations. It attempts to bust its way through the window, but the additional fortification that Smegwick had added last turn was able to fortify it enough that it didn't break through completely, and another round has been completed. However, because of the ice knife, I'm not going to roll this time. Thakian, it is going after you. It's going to attempt to kind of crush you with one of its tentacles. How do you want to deal with that?
I'll Misty Step. I can. So if I Misty Step, that would that pretty much dodge out of the way?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna Misty Step about 15 feet to the left.
So the massive tentacle comes rushing at you, and you disappear out of it. It destroys the area that you were standing in, but you're 15 feet away, just kind of watching it. Smegwick or Owie, anything you guys want to do?
Let's see.
I will say, because because you didn't do any reinforcement last turn, if you don't do it this turn, it'll be back to just 1d20 to see if something breaks through.
Okay.
Because Smegwick was busy doing other stuff last turn. So.
Well, the previous turn was me doing Frosty Sphere.
Well, last turn was you using Misty Step to get the hell out of the way.
Oh, okay.
So it was the first turn that you did Frosty Sphere. So if you want to do Frosty Sphere again, you can. And since it's a concentration spell, you don't have to cast it again. You just do it.
Yeah, I'll go back and start going back and forth again.
And then, Owie, is there anything that you want to do?
I'm going to can't really do much with that.
You don't have to do anything this turn. You can just kind of prep and wait for the next turn as well.
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Okay. So, Smegwick keeps reinforcing the glass at the end of the turn. Owie, choose even or odd.
Even.
Unfortunately, I rolled 2 odds. So,
fuck.
One of the windows crashes through, and there are now 2 tentacles in the room attempting to do things. However, it is very, very late. So, unfortunately, that is where we're going to end it, with 3 more rounds to deal with before everyone can escape. As always, if you missed any of this, I do upload all these to my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/TrainerJody. Otherwise, again, that is all for me today. I will see you guys next time. All right? Bye-bye.